Oh, it's worked at last. I had a little moment there where I wasn't sure if we were going to do that. Hello. So, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about who I am and what we're going to do today. So, welcome to those of you that are here. I can see there's at least 10 of you. I don't think, because we're on YouTube Kids, I don't think you'll be able to comment on it, but I can see there's quite a few of you there. So thank you for joining us. I am Louise from Jumpstart Dance. Apart from working in primary schools, which is the main part of our business, what we do alongside this, we have Monday evening classes. At the moment, obviously in the current situation, what we can't do is deliver them. So what we're doing instead is we're starting this live stream, which is starting this evening. So this is the very first one. I'm just going to see if I can mute my sound at this end, because otherwise, there we go, because otherwise I'm getting terrible feedback. I hope you can still hear me. If you can hear me, if you can give me a thumbs up, so I know that you can hear me, because at the moment I'm just getting really terrible feedback and I can hear everything I'm saying. So can you give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me? I can see there's quite a few of you here. Once I've worked all this out, then hopefully we'll be able to just crack on with the class straight away. I haven't turned my microphone on. You should be able to hear me. All right, these sessions are aimed at our dance leaders. They're one of the groups that we do on a Monday. They are year 6, 7, 8 and 9. And as I said, we haven't been able to deliver the sessions because of the current situation. So we're going to do some lounge lives instead. Today, we are going to be doing contemporary dance phrase. We are going to be focusing on lots of swings of the body, and it's all about releasing in the body. So that's the main focus of the session today. There is a disclaimer in the details below here. So if you've not read them yet, then I'd like to just have a quick look, because the important thing is that you guys are safe in the space. I know for me, my risk assessment is like here. I have to stand here to do it, but I'm going to be sometimes in front of that lampshade, sometimes behind. I've moved things out of the way to make sure it's safe. You need to do the same. If you've got any pets, like a dog or a cat, make sure they are out of the way, because you don't want them randomly appearing behind you. Make sure there's nothing sharp around you. I'm going to be on carpet and I'm doing bare feet, but you just want to check what footwear is best for you. Obviously, you don't want to wear socks if it's going to be slipping. And because we're obviously doing it all indoors, then please make sure that because we've got limited space, that you are just mindful of when we're travelling. I've kept travelling down to a real minimum so that it's okay. So that's all the disclaimers. Really, I just want to have fun with you guys. If you're wearing something practical, and make sure you've got some water to hand. I'm going to step back a bit. So the sunlight's beautiful, sunny afternoon here, but it is very bright, and I'm aware I'm sort of like glowing. So I'm just going to move back a little bit, and we'll get going. I'm having a bit of a problem with sound at the minute as well for some reason. Sometimes my music cuts in and out, even though I can hear it at this end. Sometimes you can't hear it at that end. I've done at least 8 different tests this afternoon. I haven't quite figured out what the problem is. So if this problem persists, maybe I'll swap over and maybe do it on Facebook Live or something. But I don't know. So we'll get started and we will see. And I really appreciate any feedback and any comments at the end. If you can't comment down here on YouTube, then just send me a message on louise@primaryschooltown.co.uk. Or you can Facebook me, or you can make a comment through our other YouTube, with our YouTube channel, which is Jumpstart PS Dance. Alrighty, so I'm going to get into space and we're going to get ourselves warm. So, okay, see, I'm not quite so bright now, and hopefully you can still hear me. So, we're going to make sure our bodies are nice and warm. I've got some music on, hopefully you can hear it. There we go. Oops. Oh, no, that one doesn't seem to be working. How peculiar. I've tested all of this numerous times, and for some reason, now I've got no sounds coming out. There we go. So, there we go. Okay, so I've got my music on, hopefully you can hear it. So just give everything a shake, wake it up. So everything's going to need to be nice and loose and relaxed today. So just tread through the feet. And just create a nice little bounce in your knees. We're going to swing our arms forwards and backwards. Okay, so everything should just be nice and fluid, nice and relaxed. Obviously, I can't see what you guys are doing, but just try and think about everything being nice and free, and we're not just forcing our arms into those positions. It's nice and relaxed. Then we're going to take them out and in. Okay, good. And then we're going to go change back to forwards and backwards. Back to the sagittal plane. Lovely. And then we're going to go from side to side again. So we're working in the lateral plane now. Brilliant. Okay, so just checking it's safe to do so. I'm just going to move myself a little bit. Okay, stretch your arms up here. Keep one arm up, and then I want you to drop the other one down, make it all nice and heavy. And bring it up. Repeat that on the other side. Drop it down. And bring it up. And this time we drop. Make sure you take your head with you. And we do a little circle. So it's going to drop. And then this arm keeps circling. And bring it up. So it's going to drop around. So everything should be nice and relaxed. And so you turn the arms a little bit. It should look like somebody's holding onto your elbow, to your wrist here. So this arm stays completely still while the right hand side of your body is really nice and relaxed. Brilliant. So as I said, we're just working on everything being really nice and fluid and relaxed. Just pop that tune on in there. So, that's just around it. Okay. So we've worked our upper body with our swings. We're now just going to work on our legs. So take your right leg. I'm just going to swing it forwards and backwards. And we're just really warming up this hip joint. If you want to hold on to something like a chair or something else that's around you just to help you with your balance, then please do so. So we're just swinging it forwards and backwards. It's really not about how high your leg goes. It's just about freeing it up and loosening up your body. So we'll swap on onto the left leg. Good. So everything's just nice and fluid. And just to help with your balance, think about that supporting leg that's on the ground being nice and strong. And just growing down in towards the ground. And the top of your head being nice and long and tall. You're going to create a little phrase with this leg swing. So with your right leg, you're going to do 5 swings forwards and backwards. With your right leg, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So we finish forwards. As it swings back, we're going to slide it along the floor. So I just move back a little bit. You can see I'm sliding it on the floor as if I'm trying to scrape something off the bottom of it. So we swung 5, pop it down. The supporting leg is bent. You're going to slide it back and it's going to ping forward. So it's doing a little circle round like this. As your right leg picks up, flop it down, and then you're going to suck it back in. So I'll just do it, turn to the side. You're going to swing forwards and backwards. A little bit smaller here because we've got less space. On number 5, you're then going to pop it down, slide it behind you, flop it in front, and then suck it in. Okay, so just try all of that on the right side, and that's in 8 counts. Are you ready? Our arms are out to the side just to help us with our balance. Nice long tall back. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, drop. Oops, hang on a minute. I'll get it right this time. So it's going forwards, back, 3, 4, 5. Drop it down. Plank, suck it in. Great, let's rewind that again. I'm having lots of problems with my music, so I'm having to make do with some random bits and bobs that I found on YouTube audio. So we're going to go through that phrase again. So on the right leg, 5 swings forwards and back. Here we go. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slice it back, bring it in. We're going to try all of that now on the left. So as I said before, it's really just about loosening up your hips, make everything nice and loose and fluid. Okay, so on your left leg, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back. Flop it forward. Bring it in. So I just turn this way just so you can see what it looks like on the left side. We have our 5 swings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are sliding it back, popping it down, and then sucking it in and thinking about being nice and long and tall. All right, so let's try that on the left. Here we go. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide it in. Excellent. I hope we've got on all right with that. Let's try both legs together. So we're going to go from the right to the left. Are you ready? If I rewind the music now, and I don't need to do it again in a minute. I'll turn that back up as well. I don't know if you can hear it. Tell me at the end what your experience with the music was like. Okay, from the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slide it back, down, suck it in. Left leg, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back, down, bring it in. How was that? Okay. We'll try it again without me talking, just in case the audio is better and you can hear the music better. All right. So I'll count you in, and then we'll do it all in silence. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Okay, so hopefully it's getting a lot looser now, especially around your back and around the backs of your legs and your hips. Just want to do one last activity, and then we're going to put some of the swings and the movements that we've done so far into a phrase that we can all do together. So we're just going to go back to this nice little swing going forwards and backwards. So our arms go forward, then we go back. Now this is where I'm going to need to step backwards. So my arms are going to swing around. We go forwards and back. Now, those of you that are dance leaders, you will have done part of this before. So we're now going to go, rather than our arms just swinging forwards and backwards like in a semicircle, we're going to make them go into a 1.5 degree, 1.5 turn swing. So you're going to go round and up, round and down, round and up, round and down. So I'll just turn this way so you can see my arms. You go round and down, round and up, round and down, round and up. And again, like I talked about earlier on, it's nice and loose. You're not forcing them into these positions. We're building up into a nice releasey type movement. So everything needs to feel relaxed and not forced. So we're just having a nice gentle bounce in our knees. I'll put it around this way again. We start at the top. 5, 6, 7, we have the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Round and down, round and up. Okay, so that's the arm moves. We're going to add in a bit of upper body movement here. So when we go round and down, as we go down, we're going to take our head and our top half of our body down so we're hanging over our legs. And then as we circle our arms in that direction, we straighten our spine back up again. So we're back up to standing. So it's going to go round, down, round, and up, round, and down, round, and up. Okay? Let's just try that a few times. I'll pop the music back on, hopefully. We'll try that a few times through. So we'll start at the top. Here we go. And go one, down, and up. Last one. Okay, last little thing I want to do with that move. We're just going to, now we're warming up and our legs are a lot warmer and our feet are a lot warmer. We're going to add in a little jump. So we're going to go round. And when we get here, we do a little jump. It's a very small jump and our energy is quite focused downwards. So we're just extending our legs and only gently coming off the floor. So it's a really soft, small jump. So it goes round, down, jump, round. And as we come up, I want you to go into a releve. So you're going to rise up onto the balls of your feet. And as we're rising up, I want you to think about being really strong through the floor, especially, I hope my feet are clean here, especially in your foot here. So in between your big toe and your second toe, this is where we're aiming for, push through to focus on our balance. So just to recap, we're going to go round, down, jump, round, and up. Round, down, jump, round, and up. So really strong in our cores on that up, help us with our balance. And when you go down, I also want to speak about your head. Your head is an extension of your spine. Your head needs to follow the movement. And what we don't want, just trying to angle myself, what we don't want is this, okay? Like a turtle's head sticking up, okay? So your whole spine needs to follow the moves and you're tucking your head through to sort of look pretty much between your legs, okay? I just turn to do that move this side. It goes round, down, jump, round, and up. Okay, we'll just do that, I think, 4 times, and then we're going to do a phrase together. So I'll face this way. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Two more. Okay, well done. I hope you got the hang of that. I hope you have space to be able to drop your head and to lift your arms up as well. Just a reminder, you can get some water at any time. I'm going to grab some water now, but please don't feel like you've got to wait for me to tell you when to get a drink. Just get a drink at any time. Okay. So, using that idea of swinging with your arms and moving nice and freely in your body, I'm going to create a phrase using some of that material that we've been practicing on. So, we'll start here for now, I think. And I want you to start with your feet in parallel. And for those of you that don't know what parallel is, basically your feet are hip distance apart. So what we normally do to find ourselves in parallel is to put our feet together, then turn our toes, so we're in like a first position, so a V shape, and then keep your toes where they are, and then move your heels out. And you should roughly have your feet directly underneath your hips. So it's just nice and relaxed and easy. So our feet are in parallel, and we take our arms out. This is our starting position. I want to have lots of energy through your fingers, so don't drop your fingers down or make them all tense. Just nice and alive in your fingers, and you should be able to see them out of your peripheral vision here. So you should just be able to see them. And we're going to start off with some nice relaxing swings. So we're going in and out, and in and out, Okay, we're going to do that just twice. So it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fourth count, we're going to lift our arms up. They're going to come above our head, and then they're going to come straight in front of us and slap onto our thighs. They don't do it so hard that you end up sore on your thighs, but it's quite a sudden stop. With everything else we've done today, it's been very fluid, and most of our phrase will be nice and fluid, but that's just a little moment at which there is a pause. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down. That's count 5. Then we do a little ripple. So we're going to push our hips forward, ripple, and then we're tipping the top half of our body down. And as we do that, we're bending our knees, and we're going to come into a little squatting position here. So I just turn to the side so you can see that. So we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms keep moving. They come up, they change direction onto your side. And that little slap gives us the momentum to then, or the impetus, you slap, and that's the reminder to push your hips forward. You're sinking back in your chest, and then we bring everything forward into this position. Okay? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, we're coiled up with our legs, ready to do a jump, and it's just like the jump we did earlier on when we did this. The only difference is that our arms are going to stay on our thighs. So we're here, we do a little jump and down. Okay, that's count 7. As we land, our arms are going to come straight out, straight away, and over above our heads. If I don't just turn to the side. We were here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as we're landing, these fingers are battering up, they're scooping up, and as you come all the way to standing, we're going to open out our chest and wrap our arms around ourselves. Doesn't matter which arm is on top of the other, whatever feels most natural. So we're jumping 7, 8, gather up. It's quite a quick move. We're here for count 1. Okay, from here, we're going to go up 2. Okay, so this is another pause, and that's quite sudden. And we straighten our spine out because here we are tilting. And when the arms go up, they're going to be nice and straight. And our spine and our head and our hips nice and stacked. All right, so we'll go from the top all the way through to down and step back. There we have feet are parallel. Nice energy in your hands. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, jump, 7, 8, 1. Okay, so we've got a long way to go. It's quite quick. We're down here. We're going to get all the way up to there. We're here 2. We're then going to add in a new swing that we did earlier on in our warming up. So we're going to go round and down, round and up. Okay, so no jumping at the minute. We're just going to swing around nice and easy. Head drops down and in here. Once we get back into this position, we have a balance challenge. So to go back into the elevate, we practiced this a little bit earlier on. Pushing down in between the big ball of your big toe here, and then where it joins your second toe. That's where we're aiming for, from the base of our toe, on our, not on our toes, but on our feet. So we're aiming for here, and you're going to balance here for 2 counts. 1, 2. Okay, so really try and hold that nice and still. Let's go from the top up to there. 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Up, 2, bring 3, down, 4. Round and up and balance. Hold it. Put in your tummies. Think about your back being nice and long and tall. Excellent. So we won't hold it quite that long, but that was our balance challenge there. We're then going to put our heels down, and we are going to do some swings that we did earlier on as well. Imagine your left arm is being pulled upwards. We're dropping the right side down. It continues its circle until it meets up at the top again. So it's right side first, drop, up, left side, drop, and up. To finish off, We're going to open our arms out. We're going to push them through our arms. So a nice big energy there. As we do that, we're going to look up towards the ceiling and then contracting our spines. So we're sending our tail, which is our, the part of your spine in the bottom of your bottom and the top of your head. We're bringing them together, bending our knees, and then eventually tucking in the head and then rolling back up through the spine. So that last little bit, we're here, and we're going to drop our right side down. And remember to take your head with you so you're not upright here. So it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, open 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that's the whole phrase. So let's go from the beginning, from the top, all the way to there. I'll pop the music on, and we'll try all the way through. Remember, if you need a drink at any time, please go and get one. Feet in parallel. 5, 6, 7, 8. Balance. Okay, how did you get on? Hope you got on all right. I can see there's lots of you still there. I know a little bit right when I come forward. I hope you got on really well with that. Let's try that again from the top. Are you ready? So feet parallel. Energy through those hands. Make sure it's nice and fluid while we're dancing. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how was that? I hope you've gotten all right. I hope you've got enough space to do that. I know obviously I can't answer your questions, but if you do have questions afterwards, as I said, give me an email, and I'll make sure I put the email in the description below here. Before we finish, I'm aware it is past, but before we finish, what I'd like to do is just to try out a few variations of that phrase, just to make it a little bit harder. You can stick with what we've done already, but that's fine. Or you can try out some of these variations. You can do all of the variations, or maybe just 1 or 2. So experiment with it, and then we'll depend a little bit on space, because we're going to do a little lunge in a minute as well. So, first bit is exactly the same. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wriggle it down. 7, 8. Hug up. Now on this bit, this is where we're going to add in the jump. So some of you may have already naturally added that in, that's fine. But now we're all going to try doing that together. So it goes round, down, jump, round, and here, go straight into your rise and your balance challenge. Okay, so we've added in a little jump and then straight up into the releve. From here, we're going to do this move again, but this time we're going to speed it up, so it'll be twice as fast. So instead of doing it over 2 counts, and now be 1 count. So it's going to go 1, 2. So you've really got to shift and really work with releasing the arm to pick up the speed for that move. So that happens on 2 counts. 1, 2. This happens on 2 counts as well. 3, 4. So everything's double the speed, which means we're really shifting from our spine to get the choreography right. So from here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're here full counts early, we're going to add on an extra move. We'll do a lunge. You can do it to your side if you've got enough room. I'm going to do it on a bit of a diagonal so that I'm not worrying about bashing into anything. So I'm going to go here. So I'm going to go with my right leg first, and then I'm going with my left leg. Make sure your knee goes over your toe and it's not turning in or out. Okay, so we're going knee over toe like that. It goes right side and in, left side and in. Your arms, if you're ready for some arms, we're going to carry on with that idea of swinging. So we're going to go right and in, left and in. So it's all nice and fluid and relaxed. So the new bit from here, where we're dropping down to the side, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's quite fast. Let's try one last time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the changes are from this part here, you can add in a little jump. From this bit here, you can do this fast. And if you manage to get it fast, you'll have time to do the 2 lunges before we go again from the top. So we're going to repeat this phrase, I think, 3 times in a row. I'm not going to speak because I know sometimes the music cuts out weirdly. I can hear it at this end, but I'm not convinced you guys can hear it at your end. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to play the music. I'm going to try and do the phrase 3 times through. If you're struggling to keep up, just do the bits you can. If you want to go back to the original version, that's fine too. Just going to get a bit of water. Okay. Nice all back. Feet in parallel. Energy through the hands. Here we go. Right, we'll do one last time from the top. Okay, give yourself a round of applause. I know, I'm out of breath there, so hopefully that's giving you a bit of a workout as well as exploring a bit more contemporary dance. Go grab yourself another drink if you need to. Okay, we're going to finish off like any good dance session should with a cool down. Okay, we don't want to stop suddenly. And if you're a dance leader, you've worked quite a lot on work with us on approving and cooling down. So we want to gradually lower our heart rate so we can breathe nice and clearly, and then we're going to finish off with a couple of stretches. So you may have a very small space. What I'd like you to do is to just do a little bit of walking around. And then stop wherever you are. Make sure you've got a bit of room in front of you. If not, just take a little step back. And we're going to do a little spine roll. So taking your chin forward, softening the knees, rolling down. And then coming back up again. Just make sure you've got your focus back, and then going for a little walk. Stop again in this space. I'm going to do another spine roll. Now we're here, sticking with the theme of our whole session today, which is on swings. We do a little swing with the top half of our body, so our arms are just going to brush along the floor. Coming up. I'm going to do that one last time. So walking, nice deep breath in, reoxygenate your body. Starting in the space, spine roll. Soft knees. Spinning the top half of your body. Hold yourself there. Bend your knees. And straighten. Bend your knees again. And this time, keeping the knees soft. Carrying up all the way. Get your focus and your balance back again. Okay. Let's stick that again. Get that me. What it might do. Okay, right. So we'll just finish off with a couple of stretches. We've worked our thighs a lot today with all of these bends and the lunges at the end. So we'll give them a little stretch. So by all means, hold on to something to help you with your balance. We're going to take a thigh stretch, thinking about our hips being nice and equal here, so we're not slumping. So nice and equal. Heel towards the bum, like this. And if you want to increase the stretch, really push your hip forward. Take that leg behind. Make sure both toes are pointing forwards and they're not turned in around. Stick your bum out, hands on the back leg, and just stretch out through the hamstring. If you're not ready, turn to face the front. Stretching up. Now I'm going to pick from one side. And over to the other. Then we'll repeat, good step back. Repeat the stretches on the other side. So the other leg. Behind, toes, feet in alignment, so they're not in or out. Get your bottom out. Turn to face the front one more time, interlace your fingers, stretching up, tipping over to one side, and over to the other. Big stretch, give yourself a shake, and a big round of applause. All right, so that brings us to the end of our contemporary dance class today. I hope you've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I'll be back here again next Monday at 6 o'clock. Hopefully it'll run a little bit smoother now we've got used to a bit of the technology. Hopefully you've been able to hear me all the time. Because we have had to say that this is a YouTube made for kids, I think the comments are disabled. If they're not, if you can comment on YouTube, please just comment down here in the links below, just to let me know how that experience was. I was probably really loud and shouty because I tend to be a bit like that in class. I don't know how much of my music you could hear because for some reason YouTube doesn't want to let me play the music. Any feedback either on here, if you're a dance leader, you can ask your parents to comment on the dance leaders private group on Facebook, or you can email me, louise@primaryschooldance.co.uk. We have got lots of other sessions that we do. None of the others are live, they're pre-recorded, and they are based on different parts of the primary curriculum. So if that's something you're interested in, then please go onto our Facebook page to find out the different ones, or you can search our YouTube channel here, Jumpstart PS Dance, to see what else we're up to. Right, thank you so much. Take care, make sure you have another drink, and if you feel you need to do more stretches, please do so, and hopefully I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.